Hi everyone, I hope you can see this because you know, after doing this camera today, sorry this one, I'm trying to get the camera to work. It's just not playing game at all. I don't want it to be blurred. Hopefully it's not. Can you see that? Is it clear? I can't see with my eyesight. But what I've done is I've decided to make my own. So that was the Balsa Box, but you can make your own. And the way I've done it is, I've done it, to ignore that because I was putting it on the front again and I changed my mind. I will clean all that off because I'm going to make this into a camera. I have put the 3 magnets in and it just clips shut like that. Okay, and my camera's going to be like that. This is the top and that's the bottom section. And don't worry about that, it's just a mock-up this, but I'm going to make it work into something, into a camera. And what I've done is I've taken a piece of chipboard and I actually I drew around that section. But if you can't do that, then there's an easy way of doing it, and I'm going to show you how. You need to do a rectangle, okay? So let's do the width of my ruler. So you can actually make these cameras as big as you want or as little as you want. Okay, we'll just cut this up. Wrong scissors, but I'm just doing it for now to show you how to make your own. And don't forget, you have to do, this is the craft card, and it's only an A4 size, so you can't do it too big unless you join your craft card. And cameras are all different sizes and shapes anyway. Sorry, but these are the wrong scissors. Okay, right, I've done it. Just pretend I've got it right. Now, what you do then is take a circle, and I'm just doing my circle in the corner. So that corner, that edge meets that edge. Alright? And then we'll do it the other way. So that that edge meets that one, and that's giving you that shape, and all you do is round that off, and as long as both ends match you'll be fine. I did this on a bigger chipboard actually, and I didn't have to do this, you know, chopping that bit off. As long as your chipboard is the same width both ends, I'll just round that off a little bit more, like that, and then just cut. And that gives you, if you haven't got a Balsa Box, that's what I'm saying, then you can make your own. Just try and smooth them out, you know, just smooth it out a bit like that, so you haven't got any points. A little bit still. It's hard to cut with these scissors. I'll try Tim's. Okie dokie, so we've got that. That looks roughly the same. And then what you do is you take your craft cards, which can be as, I've done mine pretty wide because I'm going to have the bits on the front and that. Okay, and it can be tricky, but measure out 10 centimetres on one end. Sorry, but I'm trying to fit it all in. So measure out just 10 centimetres on that end, and of course 10 centimetres on there, and just draw yourself a line. And then what you're going to do is you glue, in fact glue the edge of the paper, just so much to start with. Okay, just enough to fix this, and where this starts, pop your chipboard on there like that and just run your finger down and then press it in like that. And then you have to do the same with the other side, and that's why you've got to measure it, just so that that starts there. If you measure this piece, measure this before you cut it. Right, if you, I don't know, or whatever that is between there and there, make sure that's same on both sides. Well, you only need it on one side to start with, to be honest. Just so that that matches that line with that 10 centimetres there. And as long as you get that right, then you're fine. And then what you do is you glue it round and round like that. It is a bit tricky. Now, to get the paper to actually, the card, to fold properly, I got hold of the paper and I ran it down the edge of the table, you know, over the edge of the table, and it made it smoother. It made it more flexible. But then what you do is you take this as far as you want it, and this I also did. I just used that as a guide, like that. Like that, and then I just cut those sections off because that's the flap. Okay, so you get this, which is your piece on. When you glue that on, glue the other side on at the same time. If you've got this flexible, it won't crease like mine's done. That hasn't creased. And then that's your top that goes over. And I've done this a little bit big because your card has to match that, of course, doesn't it? So although mine's a little bit big there, right, if I'd have made it a little bit smaller, this is the size. I'll measure this for you, then you can measure it yourselves. This has to be 10 centimetres long. So the side, the top and the bottom has to be 10 centimetres long. Any bigger than that and you're not going to get a decent flap. And then you measure it 10 centimetres in. So 10 centimetre long piece and a 10 centimetre from the edge to there, and then that attaches. And then because this one's not, this is longer than 10 centimetres, that's 12. So that was too long, but that's how you do it. Two of those at 10 centimetres. You measure inwards on one side, on both sides 10 centimetres, and then you attach that to that. Glue the card, it's easier. And then when you've got those two, just slowly but surely roll put your glue along the edge, and bit by bit hold it in and hold it in and hold it in until you've got that where you want it. And then when you bring that flap over, see, like that. It just clips shut, and that's how you do it. So I hope that's helped. But like I say, if it's cardstock, just take that off. All you do is, say that's the edge of the table, and run it down like that. Just run it back and forth like that. So I'm just going to do mine. It breaks up the fibre and curves it for you. See, like that. And now that would quite easily bend around, no problem. So you need a piece that's an A4 size. You take the corners off one end. You measure 10 centimetres from the other end on both sides. You cut this at 10 centimetres, and then you attach where, measure it out so it's same, and then you attach that. Put your glue on here, on the card, sit it ready, turn it up, press down, wait till it's stuck, do the other side, and then slowly do this one. And I would glue the card rather than the chipboard, and just work your way around until you've got that. And then you can put your magnets in, or however you're going to fasten it, and you've made yourself a camera. And you don't need to buy a wooden one, and everybody has chipboard and card. Make a patterned one. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye for now.